Hi there, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be looking at GED strategy to get you over the GED finishing line in 2021. If you're thinking about taking the test next year, or if you're already prepping for the test and just need a few extra pointers, this video is for you. Have a watch. I hope you get something from it. If you do, leave some comments below and all the rest of it. Okay, now this is not a definitive list of everything that you need to do to pass the GED test in 2021. It's just some basic strategy that if you implement these things into your study program, they can help you pick up some valuable points. And that's never a bad thing, is it? So let's kind of dive in here. The first thing I want to do is look at two things that are invaluable in terms of passing the GED next year. The first one is laser focus. The second one is dedication. Let's approach this and have a look at these in turn, okay? So by laser focus, I mean, there's kind of two types of students, isn't there? There are students who are working on their GED full-time. This is it's actually more common in Asia. And then there are students who are working on their GED part-time. That's much more common in the USA. So in the USA, we've got many single mums or people who are currently in employment and are looking to get their high school equivalency diploma, or maybe they need it for the army, or whatever reason it is. They've gone back to school and they want to make this happen. In the international field, in Thailand where we're based, a lot of students want an alternative pathway to higher education, and they choose GED to do that. Now, if you're part of either of these groups, you need to have laser focus. You need to set aside time per day in which you're going to focus in on your GED studies. Now, I know this is difficult if you have a family. I know this is difficult if you've got a job. I know it's difficult even if you're a full-time student and you're so bored by mathematics or science or whatever, but you have to look at the long-term benefits here, guys. If you pass your GED, it's going to enhance your future. Okay, it's going to get you into a better college. It's going to get you a better job. It's going to get you more money in the long run, and the chances are it's going to make you happier. So it's worth setting aside some time for and focusing in on that. Now, how do you do that? Well, you need to set aside a space, either in your house or apartment, or maybe in a local shared space, like a public library or a coffee shop even. That will be good too. And when you have this space, you can either study on your own and focus 100%, or if you have some study partners, some people prefer to study with a trusted study partner or group, you can do that too. It just depends what suits your study style. I always advise my students to kind of try and focus in on their own, because there are less distractions. And sometimes we use that kind of idea of studying with our friends to maybe have some fun, check out what's on TikTok or YouTube and all the rest of it. You know what I'm talking about. We've all been there. We've all fallen into this trap of kind of chit chat when we should be studying. So get a space that you can use yourself, preferably, and a nice quiet space, and really focus in on your studies, okay? You also need to be dedicated. Number two, you need to show some dedication. So this can't be kind of a half-hearted, oh, I'll probably get there in 6 months' time, or I'll do a little bit a few times a week and I'll get there. You need to set yourself a timeline. It's like, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get this done in 6 weeks. I'm gonna get this done in 8 weeks. And then set up your study timetable and all the rest of it, and really, really focus on reaching that goal of time. Okay, and you need to be dedicated. Forget about going out with your friends. Forget about developing your YouTube channel. Forget about chasing after the love of your life, or whatever it is that's on your mind. Block all that nonsense out. Come back to it later by all means, but you need to focus on getting this GED, okay? So laser focus and dedication are what are needed in 2021. What else do we need? Well, we need to understand the test format itself, okay? So the GED test format is quite different to many other tests that you might have taken before. And the more you practice with GED style questions, the more comfortable you will become with how they look, how they feel. Kind of very often GED questions will have a graph and a paragraph you have to play with, or a photograph, or it could be a map or a table. You just need to get to know intimately the format of the test and the style of the questioning as well, so that there are no surprises on the big day of your test. Now, how can you find this out? Well, probably the most accurate way, the safest way to find out this type of information is by taking a GED Ready test, which you can book for a few dollars only through GED.com. And that will give you, that will be GED Testing Services USA, who make the test. That'll be them giving you access to a past paper, which is very, very, very similar to the real paper itself. It's not the same. Don't think you're going to buy a GED Ready and then, that's going to be the same thing you do on the big day. It's not. It'll be a very similar standard. It'll look the same, feel the same. The format will be the same. And by taking these GED Ready tests, it gives you a little boost. It gives you a confidence boost and also a skills boost on how to approach these questions and answer them as effectively as you can. Okay, so make sure you understand that test format. Number 2 here is take practice tests. Okay, now, again, you can go down the GED Ready route with these if you want, or you can buy a GED test preparation textbook, something like by McGraw-Hill or by Kaplan or by GED for Dummies is another one that's useful as well. And there are many of them out there. Just go onto Amazon and type in GED textbook and you'll get many, many options. Now, there are lots of teachers who kind of argue about the relative benefits of these textbooks, but I think if you pick up any of them, I quite like the McGraw-Hill one. If you just pick that up and at the very beginning of the book, they'll have a pre-test, okay? So the pre-test is a nice kind of practice test for you. You can find out the types of questions that you're getting wrong and the types of questions you're getting right. And you can get more of a feel for what the GED test requires from you, both in terms of your academic ability and also time as well. Also, at the back of something like McGraw-Hill or Kaplan, you get a post-test as well. So there's lots of questions in there in that GED exam format that you can take to kind of boost your confidence and become familiar with how things are going to be. Okay, also, if you type in pretty much GED practice questions for maths on Google, you'll get many, many, many options, but just be careful with that because a lot of these are not official questions. They're not stamped, they're not GED aligned, like the Kaplan textbooks or the McGraw-Hill are GED aligned. They're stamped by GED Testing Service to say that they approve of the quality of these questions. So just be careful which type of questions you do online. Make sure they're GED aligned, like GED Ready, or by using some of the bigger test preparation books, just to make sure you're getting the quality questions that you need to pass the test. And the third point here is to read up on how the test is scored. Okay, you need to make sure that the college or university or job that you're applying for, what does it need? Does it need a GED diploma pass? Does it need a college ready pass? Or does it need college ready? Does it need college ready with credits? Okay, so find out what the institution or the job or whatever requires of you, and that gives you a much clearer idea of the kind of pathway, how much work really that you need to put in. If you just need a pass, well, there's a huge difference between a pass and a college ready. Okay, there's absolutely, it's night and day. It's massive. And then, if you're going up to that college ready plus credit, which very, very few places, if any, would ever ask for. It's a massive jump. So basically, you're looking at, do you need a diploma pass or do you need a college ready plus credit? Sorry, do you need a diploma pass or do you need a college ready pass? Apologies, I got confused there. And once you know that, then you can kind of focus in on the amount of studying you need to achieve that. Okay. The fourth thing here is to study smart. Now, the worst thing you can do is, let's say you need to take your GED test in 8 weeks. Okay, the worst thing you can do is to start piling into all types of questions for all subjects without any focus. You need focus if you want to get through this test in the shortest possible time frame. So what you can do again is use GED Ready. Okay, go to GED.com, book the 4 GED Ready tests. Take those. Once you have taken those, it'll send you an email. GED Testing Services will send you an email and tell you the areas where you're weak in, the areas you need to focus more on, okay? You can, let's say it's in the RLA test, and it tells you to focus more on finding the main idea in paragraphs, or finding the writer's purpose in, I don't know, primary sources, something like this. That means then you can really focus your study time on developing these skills that you're weak on. And these skills have been identified by GED Testing Service, so it's very, very accurate. Don't waste your time, in this case, doing all the rest of, focus in on what you're good at. There's no point in focusing on focus in on what you're not good at. Don't focus in on what you're already good at, because it's kind of a waste of time. And put your time to good use. You can also do this with the use of a tutor. Okay, if you have a good tutor, a tutor will be able to give you some pre-testing. And again, just like GED Ready, they'll be able to tell you the questions that you're good at, the ones you're not good at, and they'll be able to kind of feed you, drip you, kind of like almost like dripping you nice pieces of pre-tests and post-tests and lots of other types of GED questions that will fill in any gaps that you might have in your knowledge and help you achieve that GED goal. Okay, so that is about it. They are some of the tips, some of the strategies that I advise you do moving into 2021. I hope you might find some of these useful. If you do, put some comments in the video below, and obviously subscribe to the channel. We are here to help at Phuket PALS, and we want to keep helping more students like you. So have a good day and take it easy. All the best. Bye-bye.